Everybody, I'm going to show you how I do spray paint. We're going to put the decal on first, and then we are going to spray paint afterwards. I chose to do a Dallas Cowboys decal, so all I did is, which this is a big no-no, but I went on Google and just got an image and I traced it in my program. Hey, Brittany. So normally, I don't have a SureCut. I have SureCuts a lot. That's the program that I use. I don't have a Silhouette, so I don't use the Silhouette program, so I'm not really sure how to tell you guys how to do the decals. So I messed up on a cup that I was doing a second ago. I was going to have one already prepped and ready to go, but the humidity in Texas caused bubbles underneath my spray paint, so we are going to just start from scratch. So I have a 20-ounce tumbler. I have already taped off what I do not want to spray paint. And then I folded the tape underneath here, so when I do spray paint, the spray paint's not going to go on my lip, okay? And here is my decal, so we're going to go ahead and cut it out. Decals are super easy to make, so it's just whatever you guys want to put on your decal. So we're going to do a Dallas Cowboys. Let me try not to knock my phone off. Well, there's so much stuff on my table. Okay. So I'm pulling the excess away. And then I'm left with this. So I'm just going to peel what I like the inside of the letters out. Okay, so super easy. That's the decal. It is ready to go. So I do not take off my word and the stars. I let it stay in the place where I traced it, so that way it's even. So I'm going to get my transfer tape, and I already have some pre-cut. I'm going to put it on top of my image that I want, and I'm going to get my scoring thing, my squeegee. You can use a credit card. Alright, so make sure it's all on there. So it is. Okay, so this is how I put the decals on. Let's see. Let me make you guys higher. We are going to use my glitter so you guys are higher. Because I have 600 things on my table right now. Okay. I'm going to get a towel so my tumbler doesn't move around, and plus I don't want glitter on this one. And there's glitter everywhere. Alright, so this is preference. If you guys want your decal on your logo side, or if you want it on the opposite side. I am choosing to do it on the opposite side. So I visually look at this and just flip it all the way around. But if you want it 100% even, you can basically, I have an Expo marker. You can look at the decal or the logo here and hold the pen like this, and then you just go up here, and then if your marker's open, you can kind of mark where the right in the middle of this is. But like I said, I just eyeball it. So I'm looking at this. Here's the middle of this. I'm gonna put that side down. So I eyeball my decals, but another way that you can do it. So get your dry erase marker and measuring tape. You can measure where you want it to be placed. So I'm going to look at this first. I do not take it off my transfer tape, because once you take it off the transfer tape, once you accidentally stick this on the cup, it's there forever. Well, not literally, but you could take it off. So I'm going to look right here, and I'm going to look, that's kind of where I want it to be placed. So on the 20 ounce, I'm going to want it sort of in the middle, okay? So I can look at this, and I can see how much space is between the star in the top and the Cowboys to this, okay? So if you want to do it this way, you could do it this way. So I just make sure it's about even. So I was barely off. So what you can do at this point is measure it, and then you make a little spot where you want it to end, where you want it to go. Normally I don't do this on video, so of course I'm going to mess up 6,000 times, so. I am looking at, because you want it even this way as well. So if you guys see that line at the bottom, and you see how Cowboys is lined up, basically I'm going to visually look and line this invisible line of the Cowboys at this line right here, okay? Just to give me a good, to try to figure out where this is going to go. Now some people, look at your scissors. You can cut this decal all the way up, like get rid of the excess stuff. So that way you have a straighter line at the bottom. So you can kind of measure it better that way. So I'm just looking at this and I'm looking and it's pretty even this way, right? So I'm going to look at this line and then I'm going to scoot it up. So I'm going to put this tape down and see if we are about even. Okay, I'm going to scoot up just a little bit more. About even. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it like this. So here's the decal on here. And what some people do is they take, nah, I don't have masking tape around me. Some people tape masking tape right here. And I'll just go electrical tape so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Just so it's stuck on there pretty good so it's not going to move anywhere. Yeah, right, it's not effortless. So, take your tape, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. Now, this is what some people do. I don't do it this way, but when I first started, this is what I was doing. Kind of shifted. Hang on one second. Okay. So now, when you're doing stuff on round edges, it's a little bit harder just to straight up just put your decal on it. So you want to place one side and then take off the other side and place the other side, basically. So I'm going to pull this away, okay? And I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut the backing off. Okay, so now, really try not to get glitter on this because it's going to be a spray paint cup. So now I'm going to set this down on this side. And I'm just pulling it so that way it's flat. And then I am setting this down on this side. So this is set down on this side. I'm going to score it so that way it doesn't come up. Okay, so of course that comes up. Okay, so this side is down. So now you're going to get the other side. So now it shouldn't have moved since we put it down. So I'm going to take this tape off. Masking tape works. I wouldn't use like regular tape because you'll get it all sticky again. So now this side is taped down. So I'm going to flip this side over and I'm going to pull the backing off. Make sure all my letters and stuff are still on there. So at this point, half of it's already placed down. Okay, making sure it's still even since it shifted earlier. Okay, so I'm going to slowly push it down. So some people, they leave like the bottom design backing on so that way they can get the top design on, or just do the whole thing like this. Okay, so that is on. If you see it's kind of buckling right here, what you can do is just get this, take the scissors, and just cut this off so that way you can focus on just one of them, or leave the backing on half the design. So press this down, and now you can grab this side and press this down. On round surfaces, since Christmas is coming up, what's popular is ornaments. You can also use dry erase, not dry erase, what the heck? Drywall tape. So this stuff right here, it's holy, so it's going to stick on your stuff, but then it's also super, super bendable. So that way you can bend it all in circles, do it around curves and stuff like that. But since this was a slight curve, it's not that big of an issue. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's 100% down because we're going to spray paint, so air's going to be flowing underneath it. So just peel this off. Make sure it's down. It's where you want it. It's okay if there's like bubbles underneath this vinyl because we're peeling up the vinyl anyways. Okay, so here's the cup, and now we're going to go spray paint. So it's down. Okay, so I need this to go spray paint. Alright, ignore the mess while we're walking through the house. And I'm going to try to drop the phone and take it off here. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to flip you guys around because we're going to go outside. Okay, so this is my spray paint box that I built so I can come outside and spray paint in this box. So I'm going to, the glove is just so I can touch this thing without getting my finger with spray paint on it. So I have spray paint at the bottom of here. Some people leave their lid in here and put a bag over the lid. I just put the tape like this, and we're going to put this upside down. So that way the spray paint's not going to go in here, okay? Alright, we're going to try to do this one-handed. So, I already shook up my spray paint pretty good. Okay, so now all we're going to do is spray paint. So, you can do it however you want to spray paint. Do not let the spray paint drip, because if it's going to drip, that's how it's going to look. So, we're going to go over it like this. I'm going to try not to spray paint my phone. And it's super humid outside too, so after I spray paint, I'm going to bring this Lazy Susan inside. And my apartment's going to smell weird, but okay. So basically, I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to bring it inside. I'm going to let it sit for just a second. Then I come back out here and do another coat. So I'm going to do that other coat. I'll turn you around. Okay, so I'm going to do that other coat. And then I'm going to bring it inside. Let it sit, do another coat. And then I'm actually going to bake it. So I'm going to bake it probably at 250 for 20 minutes. And that's going to cure the paint. And then I'm going to take the decal off after the paint is already dry. So I'm going to make sure the whole thing is dry. So I don't want to touch it right now. So I don't want to lay it on anything and try to take the decal off. I'm going to bake it in my toaster oven. That's only for spray paint, not in my oven for food, because that's not safe. So this is the end of this video until it dries, and then I'll come back and we'll do that. So bear with me for about 30 minutes. We're going to do another coat, and then I'll come back and then I'll show you how I take the decal off. All right.